Good morning. I've been thinking about what I wanted to do for my second video, and I thought it was appropriate that we start with what holds us back, right? A lot of times, and I know for myself, that uh, I just delay myself and I just stay in that zone, or I stayed in that zone for too long, and I was doing little things to try to heal myself or self love, but I was really never going deep. And you have to go deep. You have to go to where the root of the problem is. And whatever, it doesn't even have to do with emotional issues. It could be what's holding you back from pursuing, your passion or that career that you'd be so good at or you want to learn more about, or maybe it's about in a relationship. Like what's holding you back from taking that step to be more vulnerable and more open. Um, Maybe it's your relationship with yourself, healing certain things that have happened to you and learning to trust yourself. So, as humans, we always, for the most part, if you are a little bit of self aware, you know what you need to do, right? So, I have these questions I wrote down I want to share. And they're just questions that if you want to write them down and write some answers next to them, they'll be really enlightening. And these are not questions um, to judge, not at all. These are questions to awaken, to just see things. Sometimes reading something, seeing something can be different than just holding it inside and thinking. Writing's been so awakening and therapeutic for me. It makes an imprint on the brain, the subconscious. It's very healing. So if you would like, I encourage you to write these questions down, and whenever you're ready, maybe just do a little time for yourself, write some answers out. And just when you're doing it, really hold yourself in a beautiful, sacred, loving space where it's not about like, oh, I'm so horrible, or I'm so lazy, or I don't love myself enough, or I'm not worth it. It's not even about that. It's like, you know what? I love myself so much. I'm going to get real. I'm going to make this happen. And I'm going to start looking at really, truly what the deep, deep, deep root is, where it really originates from. So, first question, what holds you back? Do you already know? Uh, why are you delaying? Why are you taking little steps? Why are you kind of going around what you need to do, but not actually what you need to do? What small things can you do to change today? A lot of my growth and healing started with little things, little steps. And that makes more sense, anyways. A lot of things that we want to deal with happen over a long period of time. They're not going to change overnight. There's just no possible way. So, what is something small? And you can maybe not spend time on something that's not really serving you and then make time for yourself. That could be a small thing, even just 5 minutes. Um, how do we use our time? So, that takes me back, or actually forward to the next thing. How are you using your time? I was guilty of not really spending quality time with myself. I would do little ceremonies for myself here and there. I would do my nice little spa day, which are so important, and I highly recommend them. They're so good for your body, and you're speaking to your body. Letting it know that you love it and respect it and appreciate it. So don't stop doing those things. Um, it's just that sometimes having that quiet meditative time to really go deep and sit in feelings and emotions takes a little bit of time. Um, and are you making that time? Is there something you can sacrifice that's not really serving you as much? What does our energy, or where, or what does our energy mostly go to? So, this is such an important question. And you have to be honest with yourself. And again, it's not about judging. If whatever you're putting your energy to, that's what your life is going to be. And that's just how it is. Whether you're putting energy to worrying about things that haven't even happened, they're going to happen. You're going to bring that into your vortex, into your reality. Um, are you just spending and giving all your energy to just helping everybody else but yourself? Are you giving all your energy to TV, on your phone all the time? I've been guilty of that. This is none of these are judgments. By the way, this is a sacred space, so nothing is ever a judgment. It's more just calling out the facts of things that happen to each of us, and all of a sudden we've lost, our true self, and we've lost time where we could have been investing in ourselves. So that's why I always encourage you, start now. It's your time right now. Okay, what's another question? Oh, this one came to me yesterday, and I asked all these questions because it's it's something I had to ask myself, and I still ask myself once in a while to make sure that I'm staying aligned. But what illusions have we created to support our choices that do not serve us? You know, I was guilty of creating an idea that everything I was doing was for the greater good, you know? Staying in a relationship that was not healthy, um, staying at a job that wasn't really good for me. Um, it wasn't healthy for me, but you know, you always find reasons and excuses. And then there's some times where we just make excuses overall of why we stay somewhere, or why we allow something to happen, or why we let someone treat us a certain way. Um, but only you know. So, what is the illusion you've created? And a lot of times, even when we're doing it, we know that we're making something okay when it's not okay. I've done it. So, no judgment. Again, um, let's see. Are you scared? I've been scared. Um, is there deep layers of conditioning? Most likely. I think a lot of us have that in some way or another, maybe some more than others. Um, do you have low energy? I dealt with a lot of low energy too. It's because I wasn't being in tune and conscious and intentional about where I was putting my energy. I gave a lot of importance to where I was putting energy, but it really wasn't important because it wasn't coming back to serve me and keep me aligned. Some things that we can do: change our perspective. Huge. Changes everything. Be open to changing your perspective. Uh, Change your inner dialogue. Also, wow, that was so life changing. You know, it's easy to get stuck in ways of speaking to ourselves about things, about other people, about what we do and don't like, always having an opinion. And I'm very opinionated, and I usually have something to say about most things. That slowly changed for me, actually. A lot of times I'm just like, that's cool. Okay, do what you got to do. It feels better. I'm not investing my energy in something that really has nothing to do with me. But a lot of times that can happen. Um, Cutting cords and ties, very, very healing. Shifting energy, changing energy. We are made up of energy. Everything is. Everything. So, how can you empower yourself and get in tune with your own power and own energy? Well, I'm going to share something with you today, but real quickly, removing energy that is around you, there's a way to do that. And sometimes we don't even realize that that is what's making us feel a certain way. Other people's energy, a situation, even just like the energy of even being in commute. You know, sometimes the energy of everyone driving, you just feel it. I remember when I was in the city, ooh, some days, yeah, it was like so apparent. Like everyone was a little aggro, and then as much as you try to just stay out of that, it affects you. Um, Also, something that's simple that you could even start today is just organizing and clearing your space. It makes a huge difference. Your surroundings, especially your home, if it can be organized and bring you peace and be clean, it makes such a difference on your nervous system, on centering and finding your own peace. It's soothing, you know, even just subconsciously, it's very soothing. And it just creates a really nice place to be and look forward to coming to, especially if you need a place to just find your reprieve. Okay. Um, I wanted to share with you a practice that you can do. Um, and I'm just going to do it, and you can watch me, or you can do it with me, or you can save it to do it later. Um, but let's begin. I usually will light a candle. I do use crystals, depending what I feel like I need. I always use black tourmaline. I feel like it's very grounding for me. But if you're interested in crystals, You may already know about them and their properties and benefits. If you don't, I'm more than happy to talk to you about what could be a good one for you. I always maybe burn some sage, or I burn Palo Santo, or a candle. These things create a space and they clear any energy that's around me, and they just help me to get aligned and get in tune with what I'm about to serve myself. But in this case, also you. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it's beneficial for you. So first, we're just going to take a deep breath, okay? And really breathe down deep, and imagine your diaphragm going up and down. Not so much your lungs filling, but just focus on the diaphragm. Let's do 6 more. And as you breathe, anything that's on your mind that's worrying you, release it. This is your time. Get in tune with you. Feel your body. Are you feeling your center? Feeling more relaxed? Okay. I want you to put your hand on your body, wherever it feels right, wherever it feels needed or good. And if you don't know, or you can't think of a space, that's fine. Put your hand on your heart. I tend to put my hand wherever it feels uncomfortable, or there's times where I just want to be in tune with my heartbeat, my womb. So I usually do this. This is very comfortable to me. There are times if I'm feeling anxiety, though, that I usually will put on my throat, on my solar plexus, because with your solar plexus, you're going to feel like your second heart, but also confidence. I'm getting in tune with who I am, what I stand for. But today, I feel like I want to cover my heart and my womb. Are you in tune with yourself? Are you feeling the calm? Did you allow the breath to remove any residual? Sit in that for a moment. Feel that calm. That is yours. No one can take it away from you. You can come back to this place whenever you need. But now we're going to ask ourselves a question. What is currently holding you back? Whatever the first thing is that comes to your mind, I want you to include it in the statement we're going to say next. Beginning today, I will take small steps to change how I love myself. Beginning today, I will take small steps to change how, whatever it is that's holding me back, to change, to remove it, to slowly change the energy around it. I love and accept myself in all stages of this journey. I am proud of myself for all stages of my journey and to come. And lastly, I am enough. Be your own cheerleader. Love and trust yourself. Listen to your intuition. Whatever it's telling you is right, follow it. Now, wherever you're holding your hands or hand, imagine that a bright, sparkling light, really powerful, beautiful light. Kind of like, you know how the light comes out of the clouds sometimes and it's just like these rays of, it's golden and beautiful. It's really awe-inspiring. You can't stop looking. Imagine the light is like that. And it's shooting out of your hand. It's filling your body. And especially in the space that you've laid your hand, it's healing that space. It's filling your whole body. It's energy. Imagine it just filling every crevice of your body. It's warm, it's comforting, it's soothing, relaxing. Really feel the sensation. That sensation is your own power. You created it. You have the ability to heal yourself on many, many levels. Also, I want to make a note that wherever you placed your hand, you intuitively chose that space. You were the one who brought the necessary energy to the space. Again, your intuition is very strong, very powerful. So follow it. Don't doubt yourself. Do you feel more relaxed? I hope so. Do that whenever you need. Make a little space for yourself. I mean, that literally took maybe a couple minutes. It's about the breath first, though. Really get in tune. Let go of the day. Where you're beginning it in the beginning of the day. Allow yourself just to be in it. Set your day right. I like to do it in the morning personally, but sometimes there's days where I have to come home and I just want to center again, you know? We are bombarded by so much noise, light, energy, people all day long. It's okay. Like, that's what makes life interesting and fun, but make sure you take the time to really tune in with yourself. So that exercise specifically was to, one, tune in and to ask yourself what's holding you back, but also to make a declaration that you're going to make the small steps. Have those conversations with yourself. Make those promises and set those goals for yourself. If you're not meeting them and matching what you've said, start again. Do not beat yourself up. Most important. Okay, I'm at 17 minutes. It's a long video, but it's okay. It's important, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you I would love it if you could give me some feedback on what you think about that, how it felt for you, if it brought anything up. And also, if you're interested in going a little bit deeper into that kind of work, please reach out to me. These will be part of my sessions that I'll be offering as a guide, like I said before in my first video, which was kind of silly, but I needed to do it, and it's part of this journey, so I wanted to share it with you. Is that I'm here to be a guide, to ask you the questions and to take you deeper until you get to the root, and then when we get to the root, we're going to heal it. We're going to transform the energy around it. We're really going to look at it together. You're not going to be alone. You won't get lost in it or run. Or you may run, but that's okay. I'll be with you. The point is that there's so many different things that you can do, and you don't have to do it alone. If that is something that's actually been holding you back, maybe you just don't know where to start. I didn't. And what I allowed myself to do was to just go into the darkness. And I can tell you more about that in another video. But when you do it and you don't know what you're doing or where you're going, it can be really scary. You can feel very alone. But it is so empowering. And if you get quiet enough to really listen, you'll be amazed at what you hear. You'll be amazed of parts of yourself that you have been denying or covering over. And they're so beautiful. And so worthy of that love and that time. So I am here if you are ready to do that. But let's see if I wrote anything else to tell you. I did not. I hope that you enjoy that. These videos are going to be very real. I'm not going to be writing scripts. I have a few notes for myself because, as you know, I can just talk all day and I get off track. But I'm here to deliver just me, raw, real. Let's talk, you know. And so I hope that you enjoy it. And if you would like to go further and deeper, please message me and we can make arrangements to have a session with you or just to talk a little bit further and see if it's something that you would like to do and that you're ready to do. Okay, happy Sunday, everybody. And thank you for listening. It's 20 minutes in. Thank you for experiencing this moment with me. Much love. Have a great afternoon. Bye.